सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अज्ञात्वा ते महत्त्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथ क्षमेथः स्तोत्रं चैतत्सहस्रोत्तरमधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात् वेधा नारायणीयं श्रुतिषु च जनुषा स्तुत्यता वर्णनेन स्फीतम् लीलावतारैरिदमिह कुरुताम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम्.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Purandaradasa, a great composer, a great devotee in the Bhakti tradition, was a resident of Karnataka Pradesh, which is called Karnataka, the state of Karnataka today. He says in many of his kritis, I'm just using one, Ajamilanu annano vibhishananu tammano nijarukmangada ninnage mommagano Ajamilanu annano. He says, Bhagavan, shower mercy on me. Then Bhagavan doesn't seem to care or reply. He says, you seem to shower mercy on Ajamila, but not me. Is Ajamila your own brother, where you are so attached to him? Ajamilanu annano. So Ajamila is a very, very interesting character who later becomes a devotee in Srimad Bhagavatam, as also expounded in the Narayaneeyam. That is the charitram of Ajamila that Bhaṭṭatiri takes through in the 22nd Dashakam. Ajamilo nama mahi surah pura charan vibho dharma pathan grihashrami guror gira kananametya drishtavan sudhrishta shilam kulatam madakulam. Hey Vibho, O Bhagavan, pura, long back, Mahisuraha Ajamilaha nama. There used to be a Brahmana, Mahisuraha, Ajamilaha. His name was Ajamila. Nama, Grihashrami Charan Dharmapathan. He was a Grihashrami. He used to be a householder. Charan Dharmapathan. He used to be a follower of righteous path. Whatever was Dharma, he used to follow. Grihashrami Charan Dharmapathan. One day, his father said, Ajamila, come here, go to the forest, go pick up some twigs, go pick up some leaves, go pick up some woods and bring it because we have to perform yajnam. He sent his son. Aitya Kananam Gira Guroho. His father sent. See again, the word Guru here doesn't mean the teacher. Because Guru also means father. The one who is a Janaka, the Karanam is called Guru. That is why we say Narayana is Loko Aguruhu. The one who is fatherless, causeless. So he is the father of all without a father for him. So Loko Aguruhu. He is the Guru for all. Aguruhu himself. Guru means here father. So he says Gira Guroho. His father said go. Aityakananam, go to the forest. Drishtavan Kulatan. What he should have done? He should have gone and picked up the twigs, branches, leaves and so on. But he saw a Kulatan, a lady who was not of a great character, which essentially means that she didn't adhere to the Grihasthashrami, ashrami. She was not of a great character. She used to stay with many people. So, Drishtavan Kulatam, he saw a Kulatam. a lady of immoral character. Sudhrishta Sheelam Madakulam. She was not modest of nature, very immodest. Madakulam, always resorted to drinking. So he saw her with another man and he got lured by this and he started beginning a relationship with her. This is what is mildly described. If you want to know more details, you can go through Bhagavatam as to what is the description given. Svatah prashantopi tata hridashayaha swadharmamutsrujya taya samaraman adharmakari dashami bhavan punar dadhau bhavan namayute sute ratim swataha prashantaha api. Though he was initially very well controlled by his nature, had good qualities, walked on the path of dharma, but tada hridashayaha. But he was so captivated by this Kulata, this lady, we don't even know her name. He was so mesmerized of her beauty, of her demeanor, which was not of great nature, that tada hridashayaha utsrijya swadharmam. What was the first casualty? He gave up his own swadharmam. Utsrijya swadharmam adharmakari samaraman taya. That led to a very unrighteous life, thereby sporting with her. He started moving along with her. Punaha dashami bhavan. Thereby, when he got very old, so he was only with her, relinquishing all his dharma, relinquishing his family, discarding the advice and suggestions given by his father and other family members. He kept staying with her. Thereby, punaha dashami bhavan. He became very, very old just by passing his time like this. Dardhau ratim sute bhavannamayute. There he placed all his love. So he had many children. The last of them had to be given a name. What was that name? Narayana. What was so special about Narayana? Bhavan Namayute. This is the Nama that was a namesake. See, it is not as if Ajamila was so attached to Narayana, was so attached to Bhagavan, he gave this name. He knew this name. Just as a namesake, his wife asked, what name should we give? Let's give Narayana. It was absolutely with no intent to take the name of Bhagavan, to keep reciting his name. Nothing of this was there in the mind of Ajamila. So he said, Dadhau ratim sute. For that, all that love that he had for his son, Bhavan Namayute, he gave that particular Nama. Samrityukale Yamaraja Kinkaran Bhayankaran Strin Abhilakshayan Bhiya Puramanakvat Smriti Vasana Balar Juhava Narayana Namakam Sutam. Mrityukale abhilakshayan. Mrityukale, at the time of death, abhilakshayan, seeing right in front of him. What did he do? So he was thinking, he became very old. He had many children, the last of whom was called Narayana, not for any particular reason. Now let's understand the old age of Ajamila. Mrityukale abhilakshayan Trin Bhayankaran. There he saw, when his time of death came, he saw Bhayankara, very fierce looking, three of them, Yamaraja Kinkaran Saha Bhiya. He saw three Yamaraja Kinkaras. The Yamaraja Kinkaras, they were fierce looking with all unimaginable ayudhams. Sabhiya. He was so afraid. He was petrified looking at them. Juhava Sutam Narayana Namakam. So imagine, I'm giving you all these mundane experiences. Suppose, some children are very, very worried about dogs. Some people are extremely fond of dogs. So imagine you go to the street and the child has to walk from this house, maybe 4 houses later. And on the street, the boy comes across various dogs. And suddenly, animals may not want to attack, but you find a set of dogs who they may come together and they may want to gang up against this little boy. You know what this little boy will do? He will take the name of his either father or mother, because he knows that nama will give him that fearlessness. That is why you take that nama. Amma, Ma, Papa, Appa, Tande, Talli, Tai, Amme, Achan. So whichever language you speak, you take that name. So what did he do? He was extremely petrified. Saha Bhiya Juhava Sutam. He took took the name of his very favorite last son, Narayana Namakam. What was he called? He was called Narayana. Many families you must have observed, at least in the families of the past, where there used to be 4 children, 5 children, 6, 7 was very common. Now, rarely 3, 2 is okay. One child is the norm of the day. We find one child every day. So when there were large families, parents used to, invariably they used to love the last child. So that last child used to be the most pampered, most loved one. So he was also extremely fond of his last son called Narayana. So he said, Juhavasutam Narayana Namakam Tvat Smriti Vasana Balat. Because of the impressions of remembering you, Manak Pura, somewhere in the past, at one point in time he was a dharmika. Maybe he was thinking of that Narayana. But here he mentioned only the son's name Narayana, who was given the name Narayana because he knew that name, he gave this name to the boy. But then what happened? Durashayasya pitadatva nirgatastwadiya namakshara vaibhavat purobhipetur bhavadiya parshadaha chaturbhujaha pitapata manoharaha durashayasya api. In spite of being extremely evil-minded, abhipetuhu asya puraha, there appeared. See this man, he went away from dharma, Ajamila. He didn't follow any dharmic rules. And that too, he didn't take the name of Narayana thinking of Bhagavan. Despite having such limitations, what happened? Abhipetuhu asya puraha, there appeared. In their presence, there were already 3 Yamadutas. Bhavadiya parshadaha chaturbhujaha. The very dutas of Narayana, Vishnu dutas, Chaturbhujaha, with the Chaturbhujam, Shankham, Chakra, Gada and Padmam, they all appeared. Chaturbhujaha, Pitapataha, Manoharaha, Pitapataha. They were wearing yellow robes. Now you may be doubtful. Sir, Bhagavan has Shankham, Chakram, Gada and Padmam is fine. Why is the Duta, the emissaries, the messengers of Narayana having? See, this is where Upanishad says that when you attain moksham, when the Jivatma attains moksham, sheds its material body, sthula shariram, obtains a sukshma shariram, walks on the path of Archiradri to moksham, that Jivatma that obtains moksham gets a rupam which is akin to that of Bhagavan. So it's called Sarupyam. So Sarupyam, Sayujyam, Samipyam, Salokyam. So that is very important. So here, when you obtain a form of Bhagavan, you have to wear clothes like Bhagavan. See, Srishtitvam, the ability to create, rests only with him. Shritvam, where Mahalakshmi stays in his chest, which he will stay only in his chest. Everything else will be common to all. So here, Pita Pataha, why are they wearing silk clothes? Because they are all emissaries of Bhagavan, they will be like Bhagavan. So Pita Pataha, Manoharaha, they are also extremely good looking. Sarupyam, right? Extremely good looking. Tadatva nirgata tvadiya namakshara matra vaibhavad. Why did they appear? Because of the beauty and the quintessence attached to the letters that form the word called Narayana, which is your name alone. Because that name has so much of depth, that name has so much of swapadeshartham, that the emissaries understood that he was taking the name of Bhagavan, not his son, and they appeared. So, tadatva nirgatatvadiya namakshara matra vaibhava, that namakshara, that name that comprises of Narayana. Narayana ninna namada smaraneya, says Purandaradasa. There he says, Kashtadallirali, Utkrishtadallirali, Yeshtadaro Marikettirali, Krishna Krishna Vembo, Sishtaru Beduva, Ashtakshara Mahamantrada, Namava Narayana. That name is so beautiful, says Purandaradasa. For the beauty that lies in that name, the Vishnu dutas appeared. What happened to Vishnu dutas later? What happened to the earlier Yamadutas who were 3 in number? Was there a war? Was there a consensus? All that in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण